Another cool chat with a great buddy of mine. Shade and I are up in the building after we drop a snippet of an episode, and everyone was like, yo, where's the longer version? Shade, where's the longer version?
Where is the longer? I've been looking. We have sent out search parties.
Yeah, to go find the long version.
It's crazy.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Okay, now we're getting into the topic that I think in the time that we find ourselves in is a very interesting one. How does it look? How does it smell? How do we convey it to the world? And how do you partake in it? And that's simple. Loyalty. What does loyalty in now times, in the day and age now mean? What does it even look like?
Loyalty in relationships. To me, it looks like, so I started kind of like talking to a person.
Okay.
Also, right? And I'm not saying that I'm in a relationship or whatever, but I think the conveying of like transparency and saying, I would love for you to be solely available to me. And that goes back to the physical and emotional aspect of it.
If I am available to you, you should be solely
Available
to me.
And also me giving that back in return, because I can't just ask it. Also need to give it, you know. That's how I kind of look at it.
Look at loyalty. So the doors should be shut.
The door should be shut.
On both sides.
On both sides.
I think for me, loyalty is, you know how you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm gaining a few pounds. I need to get in shape. Or you look at your spending and you be like, I'm overspending. I should get in shape. Those things we want for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in shape. I want it for myself. And I constantly check myself. Like, am I eating too much? Like lately, I've been, a bit too much. My wife, she said, okay, we need to cut on the cup, relax. Okay. So I don't need to wait for it to get to that stage where she has to interject and be like, you need to look at your weight. I also don't need to eat for you to get to that stage where I'm spending my money so much that people on the outside looking in and be like, hey man, you need to relax. It's something that I should want for myself.
Okay.
So I think loyalty is the same. It is something you should demand of yourself. It shouldn't be something that your partner should be like, hey, I request this from you. I need this from you. It should be something I want for myself.
I hear you, and I agree.
Yeah.
Right. From what you're saying, that's internal.
That is internal.
I look at it from like, this is me, and this is the loyalty that I want to give to myself and to the person, right? But then the day and age in which we are and how the dating pool looks like. You've been married since 1966. Yeah. For us, inside the trenches. Oh,
it's wild.
Right. And I think, especially in my dating experience last year, looking into this year, communication and making known my expectation of what I want has been paramount. And that means, again, with the person that I started talking to, I was like, are you talking to someone? Is there someone I need to be aware of?
I hear you.
So that I can also then prepare myself.
So you're not leaving it to self-correct.
I'm not leaving it to self-correct.
You
because
basically stepping in and saying,
exactly.
Hey.
Because you can leave, and this is one thing that I hate, is assumptions. And when you leave things unattended, you assume.
I thought we were just.
I thought,
chilling.
I thought we were just chilling.
We was just friends.
And it's okay if you're just like trying to figure out what this is. You're trying to like, okay, we're talking about this, getting whatever it is. Great, let's figure it out. But then if I'm in a position of, I'm also then talking to a few other suitors, and I need to communicate and say, I'm actually on this path.
Wait. That is a tough one. Are we saying, and this might be another conversation, but while we are on loyalty, are we saying, because you're practicing loyalty, you want to be loyal, and you're speaking to someone, you'll be like, they're interesting, but you're also speaking to this other person and they're also interesting. Do you then go, FYI, I'm in a conversation with so and so and so, at the risk of them being like, you know what, then I'm out.
No. I think it's a conversation up front. I don't think you should go into a situation or a talking stage or whatever it is with someone without making it known where you are on your journey, especially if...
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Especially if you are looking for a particular thing and they are looking for a particular thing. Say I'm just trying to have fun right now.
So make that clear.
Make that clear.
Make your intentions clear.
Make your intentions clear. And also say, okay, I have 3 other dudes or 3 other girls that I'm talking to at the moment.
Yeah.
I am in search for A, B, and C, and D. If that doesn't work for you, then let's just kind of back off, right? Give the person the option to opt out.
How realistic is that in the dating pool? Right? How often do you bump into people that are like, hey man, look, let me be honest with you.
I can only speak from my experience.
Yeah.
This is something that I've also kind of been like, look, I am right now also talking to someone else.
But have you ever been in an experience where a guy would be like, I just want to be honest with you, up front, this is what I want, I see us together, or up front, I'm not right there at that, but just basically being honest about what they want.
I think regardless of what it is. In my experience, I've never had a guy go, I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Y'all niggas need to be like honest, okay?
But isn't that honesty though?
But like, they never tell me that they just want to have fun.
They're not honest about
it. It's not honest about that, and I think it's maybe has to do with how I present myself a lot of the times. But I'm, just talk to me.
Now, let's flip this a little bit.
Yeah, right.
We're still on loyalty, and there's something that a friend of mine said. He said, "I'm at the crossroads. I want to make this person my forever person." And before I do that, my dad has always taught me that the closer you bring people into your life, you have to put them through a test. You have to put them through a proper test. And if they can stand the time, they can stand the test, and that means they'll ride and die for you. So I was like, I don't think that is a good idea.
I agree.
But then he was like, this is his way of belief. This is his way of life. So I went for it, did a test, and sort of put their person on a test to see if they will be loyal or not. And the person ended up not being loyal. So he came back. Of course, he was hurt because it was so many years that they spent in building this thing. And he came back and was like, they failed the test. And I'm just left with one option because this is not my forever person that I want to be with. Do you think that loyalty should be tested?
I have a friend. He used to test our friendship.
Okay.
Throwing scenarios. He would be like, oh my God, I'm so unsafe, yada, 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 yada. And then I'd panic. And then I'd be trying to work out solutions to get him, And then
I just got kicked out.
You know what I mean? And it's like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And then later on, he would tell me, oh no, I was just kind of checking the value of our relationship, or to see how much that you care about me. That used to make me feel hurt.
Yeah.
That it has to get to that point for you to believe that I trust you.
It has to get to
you
that.
And that I value you as a person and as a friend. I think
that's a beautiful point. So our relationship has to get to that point where I don't need to prove myself.
Exactly.
Where you can literally trust and say.
Exactly. So
I think I trust them.
It's like when I listen to that, it's like, okay, cool. If you have doubts about me, then that already should tell you, okay, maybe this is not a person not for me, meant for me. Because why would you then set up situations to then prove myself worthy of your love, worthy of your forever, worthy to be married to you?
That conversation is wild but then if you then fail, that actually means they were right.
But also, if this situation, if you didn't put up the situation for me, this test for me, do you think that is something that would have presented itself naturally?
It depends on what the test was. Yeah.
It feels to me like a setup almost. And if I would understand that if I have given you reason to doubt me in a particular area, great, test me, whatever, to prove myself that I won't do that to you again.
Okay.
Do you get me? But like, if we haven't had that issue, or never thought about like, will she be faithful with my friend, or with my friends hitting on her, or whatever the case is, and you put me in a situation, you're setting us up both for failure, because what he did is end their relationship and hurt himself in the end.
It's a tricky one. Because I'm thinking, is it love if it's not tested by time? Is it loyalty if it's not tested? So what we're saying is, instead of making up scenarios to test your love and loyalty, rather let nature take its course.
Yeah.
But then if I can save myself the pain and the stress, why don't I just do it in the beginning and get it out of the way? But then that's also at the same time probably failing your partner, because if you're putting up your partner like that, that's you saying, exactly, I don't trust you fully. 100%. I want to first see
it, and
then I'll follow.
And then my thing is, if I pass this test, how many more tests are waiting for me?
Oh, and also, if I pass this test, does that mean I should also test you now?
Exactly.
It's like a ripple effect. It goes on and on.
It goes on and on and on. And when does it end? When have I won enough? Right? When have I proven myself enough?
When the scars are there, I've been through the jungle with you. I've beaten up the monsters for you.
Me. So how much more of myself do I need to prove to you?
For you to know that I'm willing to go.
And at the end of the day, and I'm not justifying whatever the test was, and I'm not justifying that what she did was right. I'm not at all. But like, we're all human, and at some point I'm bound to fail. You know what I mean? At some point I am. And it kind of makes me think of, going back to the Bible. Yes, the word also said that God will kind of test
you.
Yeah. But even in his testing of me, I have failed. Yeah. But his love has been loyal to me. But it's like, if it kind of takes me then back to that reference of, okay, are you then playing God in this relationship for you to constantly test me, to be constantly worthy of you, constantly want to be loved by you?
I'm not perfect.
I'm not. I'm gonna slip
every now and then. Allow it to me.
Allow it to me to falling. I beg.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have for you today. Loyalty. I guess the question we also now have to throw to you is, what does loyalty look like to you? And is it okay to test loyalty?